parents, Curie again. Thank you for visiting the channel today. These sessions are a continuation of one another. So if you view only one session, you wouldn't be able to understand the whole concept. So in case you've missed a session, you can visit our YouTube channel and click on the Smart Parenting playlist. This list contains the sessions in correct order. Also, don't forget to subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and leave a like if you wish. Let's get into the session. You know what's next? Yes, yesterday's questions. Many times we don't get to have time and patience to observe our children. We don't notice the change in their behavior. We don't get to hear them out to understand them better. We become emotionally inaccessible to them, because of which they don't maintain transparency with us. As we saw in the first case study, the parent is not even aware of the child's talent when the entire school seems to be appreciating that. Whereas in the second case study, the parent was not able to notice the change in the habit of the child. We are not claiming that we would have 100% knowledge about our children at all circumstances if we are smart parents. There would be exceptions, but we would be able to create a conducive environment to have much closer and transparent relationship based on trust and bonding. Today, we would look at some interesting factors which influences the relationship of our children.
First step towards developing intimate relationship with your child starts with knowing your child. Children are with a lot of energy and emotions. They have a need for security and sense of belongingness. For a minute, think about the day when your child was born. Think about the initial days when the baby was growing. When did it stop crying? Was it not when the mother was hugging the child closely? Was it not when the father was cradling, settling the baby to sleep on the shoulders? Think about the days when they were in the preschool. Did they not cry when you left them in the school on the first day? Why did they cry? If we as adults feel safe at home, they as children feel safe in our hands. I mean not in figurative sense alone, I mean literal sense also. Irrespective of the age of the child, till the time they are married, or in some cases even after they are married, they feel safe when they are with their parents. For example, pregnant women prefer to be with their mother when they are in the family way. So, the first thing we need to understand about our children is about their energy level and emotional makeup. Children long for sense of security, which includes physical security as well as emotional security. What we notice and take care of in our children is their physical security, that is, their food, dress and health. But they also would look for security in terms of their emotion from us. They would look for being accepted as they are, both with their strengths and limitations. They would like to be accepted irrespective of whether they are state top rankers or scoring challenging marks in academics. At this point in time, I would like to quote Albert Einstein, who wrote, "Everybody is genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid."
The father of a 5th standard boy was asked to come and meet the principal. He was already upset with his son for not being a first ranker in his class. The child was missing his rank only by few marks every time. Given this background, the father was furious when he went to the school. He and his wife were made to sit in a room to observe the counseling session between his son and the counselor, with no background of what his son has done. The child was not aware of his parents watching the session. After a few minutes of silence, the counselor asked whether the child copied from the first rank holder during the exam. The child said yes. The counselor asked whether the child has any rivalry with the first rank holder. The child said no and added that they both are good friends. Then the counselor asked why he had copied the first rank holder. The child with tears said, "Every time I go home with my progress card showing a second rank, my father scolds me and beats my mother. I can't stop my father. I was not sure whether I could score a first rank this time. To avoid my mother getting hurt any further, I decided to copy to score the first rank." Hearing this, not only you and me, Even the counselor broke in tears. Can you imagine how terrifying the experience of going home would have been for a child who is only 10 years old? Instead of being a safe place, going home has become a nightmare for this child. Do we offer a home or a house to our children? Is your home emotionally safe enough? Are they eager and happy to come back home, or are they scared to even think of returning to the house? Welcome back, parents. Curie here. I hope that these sessions helps you to introspect and develop an intimate relationship with your child. See you again tomorrow. Until then, bye. This is your Curie signing off.